Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Is this Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Gardner. My name is Mark Anderson. With Debt Relief Center.
Hang on just a second.
I get back to you. You were spoke with one of my associates a few days ago, and you were scheduled a call back with him. You were busy on that time or something like that. So
Okay,
I just mentioned that here. Do correct me if I'm wrong. How much debt you get? It's $14,000 or
yes.
it's a 4,000.
So it depends. It's 14,000 total across like all my credit cards. I think 4,000 is just like two separate accounts, that are yeah.
All right. And which is the credit card or unsecured loan, like a personal loan or any medical bills?
It's all credit cards. It's just multiple credit cards.
Credit card. Okay. You are in the state of California.
Yes.
What is your zip code?
90810.
810. How much monthly income you get every month, sir?
Maybe like 1,800, something like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now you will qualify for reduce your outstanding unsecured loan up to 70%, and also adding you the benefits, which is like a cash back or money back something, and your credit card unsecured loan, which is 14,000, right?
Yes.
It's whole amount 14,000.
I mean, it's split across two different cards, but
All right.
yes, the whole amount is 14,000.
Okay. And how do you pronounce your first name? It's Lindsay?
Yes.
All right. Everything is done from my side, Sir Gardner. Let me bring him on the line. Your county, your state, the licensed agent, which is the debt consolidation officer. They actually tell you what exactly how much money you can save. They reduce your unsecured debt, which is a 70%, and they also providing you the benefit like a cash back. So once the agent come on the line, I will introduce yourself, your first and last name, your state, your zip code, and how much debt you get. So let me bring him on the line. Once the agent come on the line, there you go.
Thanks for holding. My name is Jonathan from the Education Department. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, Jonathan. I get Mr. Gardner with me on the line in the state of California, 90810. And
I can take over here, don't worry. I can take over.
you
Thank
get
you.
$14,000.
Okay. Thanks for holding, sir. My name is Jonathan from the Education Department. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine. Thank you. Yes, me to my sister. I have a few questions to make sure the specialist will be able to help you further. Is that okay?
Yes.
So, first of all, can I get your first and last name?
Lindsay Gardner.
Lindsay. It's Lindsey, right?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Got it. And what's your last name?
Gardner.
Okay, got it. And can I get your zip code?
90810.
90810. Got it. It's California.
Correct.
Okay. And if your dad are looking for help with some credit cards, your personal loan, the medical bill,
Credit cards.
mm-hmm. And how much your total unsecured debt is?
14,000.
14,000. And how much you make monthly?
I'd say around 1900.
Okay. And are you able to afford $250 monthly payment for the settlement of your debt?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. And do you have a source of income?
Yes.
Okay. So one last thing from my side: are you currently enrolled in a bank relief or debt relief or bankruptcy program at this moment?
No.
Okay, that's great. So that's all done from my side. Now what I can do, I'll transfer you over to my specialist in the local area. But before transfer you over, I just want to make sure that you are agreed to receive information from a specialist. Even if your number is listed on any state or federal, do not call it, may be on. Is that okay?
Yes.
That's great. So just give me 1 second. Let me transfer this call. And once the call connected, I will introduce you with my specialist. Okay?
Okay.
So give me 1 second.
Please wait while we connect your call. This call may be recorded for quality verification.
Hello, Linda. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Sure thing.
And
Please
how is your
wait
day
while we
going so
connect your
far?
call. This call may be recorded for quality verification.
And that's all. So far, so good.
Yeah, everything's good.
Hello?
Yeah, hi sir. I have a prospect with me. Her name is Lindsay Garner, and she's from California with the zip code 90810, and she has unsecured debt of around $14,000. So can you kindly assist her further?
Uh-huh. Got it.
Thank you. You can take over.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Lindsay, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. My name is Manuel, ma'am. I'm with the company RiseUp. You say you owe around 14K, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Is it just credit cards, ma'am? Personal loans, medical collections?
Just credit cards.
Just credit cards? Okay. All right. I didn't really catch your last name. Did you say your last name was Gardner?
Yes.
All right. And do you currently have an income of 100 monthly, ma'am?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Do you receive an income of at least 1,200 monthly?
Yes.
All right. And if we can help you, Miss Lindsay, would you be able to afford somewhere around 275 to 300 minimum monthly payments?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Got it. So, as a debt consultant at RiseUp, Miss Lindsay, my responsibility today is just to get to know your situation, just cover some basic details, and if we could help you get something much more affordable, I'll explain. I'll explain and walk you through all the details and walk you through the next step. Fair enough, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. I also just want to mention to you, Ms. Lindsay, in order for us to do anything, we have to be able to, number one, is save a significant amount of money, and two, is improve financially you can continue to apply for credits in the future. Okay?
Okay.
All right. To So in case we have updates on your eligibility, ma'am, is this the best number to reach you? Would you also like to write down my number in case you have any questions regarding the process of the program? You can always reach out to me.
Sure, go ahead.
Do you currently have an email address, Ms. Lindsay?
Do I have one is what you're asking?
Yeah, have an email address?
Yeah, it's Lindsay, just my first name, at unlvgroup.com.
Okay, unlvgroup.com?
Yes.
All right, and Lindsay is with EY or AY?
AY.
AY? Okay, just making sure I spell it correct. All right.
Can you spell the name of the company you're with, just
All
for
right,
my
Ms.
notes?
Lindsay, so for compliance reasons,
Yeah.
yeah, RiseUp, RiseUp.
Oh, that's easy. Okay, perfect. All right, continue.
It's RiseUp Debt Solutions. All right. So for compliance reasons, man, I'm gonna handle a call in a very specific order. This is just to increase your chances of getting better terms. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So to start, ma'am, are you married, single, divorced?
Single.
Single. Okay. What type of work do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant. Okay. How much is your net monthly income after taxes?
After taxes, I want to say around 1,800 or so.
All right. Have you had any major changes or loss in income, ma'am, over the past 1 to 5 years that have made things more difficult? Like did COVID affect you in any way, or?
I would say spending increased during COVID, and I had the big thing that led to the debt was I had really major car maintenance that needed to be done during COVID. I think they did like a whole engine block replacement or something. It was very expensive, and I had to put that on credit cards. But nothing like a loss of income or like something like that. Just spending habits, really.
Yeah. All right. Okay, ma'am. And are your increases in your income over the next 1 or 2 years, like any big raises, new job opportunities?
I mean, I'm part-time, so I could, pick up extra work if I needed to, or, sell stuff or do other things like that, if it was absolutely necessary. But I think, because I own my home, that I don't have to pay massive rent for living here, so that helps. It's just getting, especially with these debts, because the interest rates are so high, you're not really making a dent, no matter how much you pay. So if I could just get this taken care of, I would be fine financially. But it's a lot,
Yeah. All right. So basically, what you told me, I mean, like the interest and payments are getting harder so far, right? Like since you said that right now.
Yeah, it's almost like a
How
snowball.
much do you pay monthly? Like how much do you send your creditors monthly?
I think I try like 600, maybe 700 some months. It depends. I definitely do over the minimum, but it's not, when the statement balance is $7,000, if you're paying 600, that's not, it's not really doing
moving at all, right?
Yeah.
You feel like it's going mostly towards interest, huh?
I would assume so, especially because the actual interest rates rise, right? Like for all loans. So what are these at, like 22, 23%?
Yeah. So we're definitely heading in the right direction so far. Just says, ma'am, I'm sure there are millions of good people in the same exact situation, especially right now with everything going on in the economy. You're definitely not alone, ma'am. So now, in order for me to make sure I could give you the accurate number of how much you actually owe, I'm just going to do a soft pull on your credit, which will not affect you in any way. It's just I could be able to give you the exact accurate number. I'm going to need your date of birth.
Date of birth, November 3rd, 1956.
56, all right. And to be able to conduct the soft pull, I'm going to need your social, man.
Sure thing. 457.
Okay. What's your home address?
231 Windsor Way in Long Beach, California.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna conduct the software right now, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna read what's on there one by one. If there's something you don't recognize, ma'am, let me know so I could go ahead and fix that for you, okay?
Okay.
So you stay near the Queen Mary and all that?
Yeah.
That's nice. Alright, I'm just waiting to it's reading it, okay?
Yeah.
Bear with me.
It's a slow process. Oh, wait for it. So who transferred me to you? Because like I talked to like these Indian people before I talked to you. Who are they?
They're just a reach out team. They just reach out to the people and like.
Do you know if they like work for the same company or are they like independent?
Yeah, they work for the same company, but they're just like the ones to reach out.
Right.
And I'm actually the consultant. But basically, you could just say they're like the secretaries or my agents.
Right.
Alright. Okay, yeah. It's not. I already put it, but it's not reading. I mean, you said it was a 231 Windsor Way?
Yes.
Like WINDSOR?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, because I pulled up the credit report for TransUnion, but it just says TransUnion ID mismatch or current address mismatch. I think because they have the old address, like on here they have the one that says Delta Ave, Long Beach.
Yeah, that's where I used to live. I mean, we can still. I assume we can still use that. Does that? Because like I pulled the credit report before, right? And it still has all your every address you've ever had on it.
That.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah, on the TransUnion one, they just have that one. All right, I'm gonna try to put that address, see if it pops out with that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in like our system, it pulls up just the TransUnion one. I don't know. They probably updated on the Equifax. That still doesn't show nothing. It just says insufficient. Does not have sufficient credit.
Does not have sufficient. Does that mean like the? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's not showing nothing. Like it doesn't show no credit cards. Huh? Yeah, because I already tried it with that ID, the address that it has on there too, and it just says the same thing.
That's really weird.
Watch. I could send you a copy of it. Hold on, so you can see it.
So this isn't from the credit bureaus directly, but like
on the bottom.
Yeah.
TransUnion. Yeah, it's from TransUnion. Like at the end, at the very last page, it has a number to the other credit union ones, like Experian, Equifax. I mean, if you want, you can try contacting one of them. See if they can send you a copy from theirs.
Yeah. So you're suggesting to call TransUnion this number at the bottom, right?
Yeah, you could call either one of those credit bureaus because sometimes they put something on one credit union and not the other ones. Like sometimes Equifax could have some of your information, like the creditors, and sometimes TransUnion doesn't.
You can't pull all three? Your company specifically focuses on TransUnion?
No, like my system, my system just usually pulls TransUnion.
It'd be weird though to not have it be on all three, because like how do they know about each other? You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out too. Like, cause that's what I've been telling them too. Like, how come we only pull up one? Cause sometimes, like, trust me, I had clients tell me that too. That they say that in Experian it shows different stuff from their TransUnion. So they usually end up like sending me the credit report from the other credit bureaus. So I could add it manually for them.
Yeah, because I also think about like when you move, right? You change of address. I've never called a credit bureau to tell them I moved. So like, how do they even know where you live?
Yeah, that's why that number is on there, like to update the information on there. I don't know if you see it. There's a number on there.
Yeah.
It says for any miscellaneous information, or it says disclaimers and all that. Like they have a number there for like to update it. or credit reporting services are on Point Road. I hope to hear from you soon so we could be able to help you out, okay?
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't get much further, but at least we're on the right path, and I'll get this figured out on my end.
Yeah. Okay. If anything, if they do send you some information, they do end up putting something on there that shows your. I mean, always reach out to me and so we could be able to help you out. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it shows on mine. It just doesn't show me nothing. It just says that current address mismatch.
This is really bizarre. Yeah, I have no.
And I already tried it with both addresses, and it pops out with the same thing.
Hey, if anything, we found the solution. The debts don't exist, so I'm free.
If there's nothing on either one, you're free, man. You don't owe nothing at all.
If only it was that easy. But okay, I'll look into this.
I had clients tell me the same thing too
Yeah?
All right, man.
Has that happened before? Is this common?
I had customers tell me the same thing when something didn't pop. Yeah, some people it don't show nothing on theirs either, but that's when they would tell me that they have it on Equifax. They're like, well, if it doesn't show it on your TransUnion, then I guess I don't know nothing. But yeah, sometimes it does happen. But like I said, it's because sometimes they put it on one report, but they don't put it on all the credit bureau ones. Sometimes some might have different things.
Well, also on the bright side, if you had to default, with your creditors, it would only reflect on that report. So TransUnion is clean. I can go sign up for another credit card, and they wouldn't know anything because.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So I promised to call TransUnion, and we end the call there. As promised, he sent me a copy of my credit report, which I don't think he was supposed to do, but here it is. You can see that it was sent to TriPoint Lending and not RiseUp Debt Solutions. So who's TriPoint Lending? Well, they have a website, and they appear to be another debt relief company. It seems like their approach to it is with personal loans. So they help consolidate your debt, and they give you a personal loan to kind of help with interest payments, I guess. If you look at their website, their location is not in Park Plaza, as the document states. They're in 2600 Michelson Drive, Suite 1500 in Irvine. RiseUp Debt Solutions, of course, has their own website. And what I find funny is they have this whole tab at the top about how the program works. But all they say is, our team will work with you to create a debt relief plan that fits your budget and lifestyle. So they don't specify, are they doing debt settlement? Are they giving you a personal loan? Are you declaring bankruptcy? Are you, what are you doing? How are they going to help you with your debt? They don't specify it, even though they're saying this is how the plan works, but there's no information. And of course, their location is 2600 Michelson Drive, but Suite 1400. So they're next door to TriPoint in this big building. I'm not sure why they're not just one company. I guess RiseUp does the phone calls and TriPoint does the lending. Who knows? Anyway, going back to the credit report, so it was sent to TriPoint Lending in Irvine, California. It's a TransUnion credit report. There's my information, my social, my date of birth. I found this really funny. So this is usually my go-to fake address when it's kind of whatever. And normally people call this out, Chad Christ with AmeriCorps called this out. Seems like you live at a cruise ship. It's the Queens Bay Trans Bay, man. And I've had other people, call this out. But he's just like, you're next to the Queen Mary, huh? Cool. And he just kept going. You got to respect the guy. He was quite determined. He gets faced with this business address and he's just like, aight. But anyway, TransUnion Advantage Score 4.0 for Lindsay Gardner. And error SC3, file not scored because subject does not have sufficient credit. So Manuel told me that the people I spoke to before him were the reach out team. They reach out to people and see if they qualify, validate their information, and pass them off to him. They still work. They are RiseUp Debt Solutions employees. They're kind of like his secretaries, really. But I wasn't satisfied with that answer, so I decided to bait him a little bit. I sent him an email. Hi, Manuel. I just wanted to follow up on this. I've attached the audio recording of our first call. I spoke to Mark Anderson, then Jonathan, then you. Can you please listen and verify who these people are? I have resolved the issues with TransUnion and would like to proceed, but I still have questions about how these people got my phone number and who they are. Why did I have to talk to these people before I could talk to you? Thanks, Lindsay. So he responds, "Hey Lindsay, who are you today? I understand you have some questions about the call and wanted to make sure about why and who they were. Remember, I am here for my clients and to answer all questions my clients have. I do understand, Miss Lindsay. I will surely answer all your questions right away. Okay, let me listen and give you a response ASAP." Now, I don't think English is his first language. I can tell just by his full name and sort of his accent that Spanish is probably his first language, and in hindsight, I probably should have tried to talk to him in Spanish. When I did want to have this conversation over the phone instead, but every time I would try to call him, it was just a busy signal, so I was forced to email. And then he tried to rescind or recall the message. Apparently, Microsoft Exchange, well, specifically Outlook, but in an Exchange environment, they have a feature where you can recall a sent email. Of course, it did nothing in this case other than send this message because I don't use Exchange on my end, but it's a thing apparently. I've worked at a company with an Exchange server and Outlook emails for over 10 years, and I had no idea this feature exists. But apparently, it rarely works as it is, so there's really no point for it existing. But it does. Learn something new every day. Then he resent the exact same message again. And in this email, okay, so apparently the person Mark Anderson is from Debt Relief Center. He is not part of my company. And the other guy, Jonathan, is one of the reps that checks to verify if the debt you have is eligible and if you meet the basic criteria for our program and that you agree and approve to receive information and speak to one of the debt consultants in my company, Manuel being one of the debt consultants. I'm not sure why he would say Jonathan is one of his reps and one of the people in his company. He's very obviously in a noisy call center. Jonathan is obviously a fake name. He has an accent, not as thick of an accent, but an accent. You can sometimes hear like Hindi or at least other people speaking in the background. I'm not sure if he just didn't want me to get sketched out or that's what he's been told to tell people in his train. Who knows? So at this point, I'm kind of done. I've gotten confirmation from this guy that RiseUp Debt Solutions using third-party shady scam call centers in foreign countries, violating the do not call list to get their leads, and that the lead was external to his company. He can't help me with my debts because there isn't any. So there's really no reason for me to call or email him again. However, RiseUp Debt Solutions wasn't done with me. Hello? Hello?
Good morning. Here with RiseUp Debt Solutions on our recorded line. How can I help you?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi. Good morning. I understand that you have some credit cards or other debts that you like to pay off quicker. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I can help you with that. So what type of debt do you want to pay off today? Medical bills, personal loans, credit cards?
It's a combination of credit cards and personal loans.
Okay. You are Lindsay Gardner?
Yes.
I have that. Let me see. I have here that you don't miss our program eligibility. Why is that? Do you remember who you talked with, who you talked to before?
No, that's really weird.
Uh-huh.
Does it give you a reason on your end?
No, that's not. Okay, no. Let's just start over. Okay, so I see. All right, sorry. Okay. My name is Fair. Okay, well, it's short for Fernando. And just to give you peace of mind, our company RiseUp helps people to save money and time in paying their debt off. Okay. And I'm required to provide you with my contact and company information during our call. So now, just to make sure that we can provide you something that actually benefits you, just let me ask you, if we needed to verify the balances on those accounts that you mentioned, about how much would they show that you owe?
So it would be around 12,000 across two different credit cards, and then the personal loan is like 1,900-ish.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. All right. Do you currently have an income of at least $1,200 a month?
Yes.
Excellent. And last, if we could help you, Lindsay, would you be able to afford $275 to $300 a month?
Yes, that's cheaper than what I'm paying now, actually, so that'd be great.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so I got it. So, Lindsay, as a debt consultant with RiseUp, my responsibility is to cover some basic details. And if we can help you get you something much more affordable, then I'll explain all the details and walk you through the next steps. Okay?
Okay.
So, fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Also, I want to mention, in order for us to do anything, we have to be able to, number one, save you a significant amount of money, and number two, improve your overall financial stability so you can continue to apply for credit and loans in the future. Okay?
Okay.
So let's begin. Okay, so in case we have some updates of your eligibility, Lindsay, is this the best number to reach you? Excellent, thank you. And would you like to write down my number as well?
Sure.
It's Fernanda. It's F as in Frank, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo. Fair. All right?
Perfect. Yeah, got it.
Okay, perfect. All right, Lindsay, let's start. So, are you married or single?
Single.
What type of work do you do, Lindsay?
Well, I'm an accountant, so but like kind of part-time for this agency, so like I don't, semi-retired, I guess you could say.
Okay. Gotcha. Semi-retired. And that's very nice. And how long have you been doing that for?
I mean, I've been an accountant, for years and years. That was my primary occupation. It's just instead of being like at a big firm, 40 hours a week and then almost double that during tax season, it was like, all right, I've hit retirement age, I'm done. And so I don't want to not work anymore because just sitting at home would be boring. So I found like a small part-time gig with like a small company who, only needs me to come and do some books every once in a while. So I can still work and, get that income on top of Social Security, but, not be working 80-hour weeks at tax season.
Okay. No, I gotcha. So, but how much would you, for how long would you say that you've been doing this part-time?
Maybe about 2 years.
Okay. 2 years. Thank you. That's lovely. So, what would you say your estimated net income is every month? That is after taxes.
I've had to guess around 2,600, combining both salary and Social Security.
I'm sorry, how much?
2,600.
Oh, 26. Okay, 26. Okay, perfect. That's mm-hmm. Gotcha. Thank you. And any other sources of income or anyone who contributes?
No, just that.
Just you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, have you had any major changes or loss in income over the past 1 to 5 years that had made things more difficult, Lindsay?
That's a tricky question to answer. I mean, obviously going from full-time to part-time led to a decrease in income, but it wasn't like substantial. I think it was just during COVID, getting the car fixed, it was very expensive, and so they had to go on cards, and then of course just not really keeping good tabs on spending. Obviously, if you still live the 40-hour-a-week lifestyle, but your income is dramatically reduced, it does add up eventually, slowly, but it does get there.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was actually my next question. Like, did COVID affect you? So I'm going to put that you said about your car and the 4 hours a week now is reduced. Okay. So Lindsay, what led you to accumulating these balances and high interest rates? What happened?
It was mainly just I mean, obviously the emergency expense with the car and just really not having a budget and not really, thinking ahead. And, oh, that looks nice. Oh, it looks cool. Oh, this thing came out, Hey, let's go to Vegas for the weekend. And, you just don't really think about it.
Oh, no, that's a really big expense.
And then, of course, the other thing is that because they're revolvers, let's say you get a statement balance of like 1,200. Okay, well, I'll pay 600. Well, the other 600 is subject to what, like 23%? Like, it's really high nowadays. And then, so then you get that interest on, on top of the unpaid part of the statement balance. If you don't pay that off, then it just keeps snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. And so you can't, no matter how much you chomp at it, unless you pay the full statement balance of what, like $6,000, whatever you didn't pay, another 24% didn't pay, and it just keeps stacking. So it's really just interest. If I could not have interest payments,
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much, how the interest right now are.
That would help.
18 to 30, it's ridiculous. Okay, so are you expecting any major increases in income over the next 1 to 2 years? Like any big raises, new job opportunities?
I suppose I could go back to working full time if I really had to, but I think if I just made a really strict budget and then had some help in getting these current balances taken care of, I would be okay. I hope so anyway.
Oh, yeah, hopefully. Okay. All right, Lindsay, let's cross our fingers. All right, earlier you mentioned you have around, you said 19, no, you said, how much you said? 26 and 1900? Hang on. You said 12K plus, so it'll be around 14K, right?
Right.
You said around. So about how much are you paying on those monthly?
I want to say
On the
like
credit cards and the loans.
I want to say like 700 or 800, something like that.
Okay.
Which of course does not cover
Wow.
everything. It's just minimum payments plus trying to stack a little bit on top.
Yeah.
But it's not.
That's
I feel it's not
fine.
making a dent.
That's you know, that's at least what you can do, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't even do that. Okay. You're good. Minimum. Well, okay, gotcha. Thank you, Lindsay. And are the interest and are the interest and payments getting harder to afford? I mean,
Well, yeah, the minimum payment keeps creeping up as the balance is in, because of course I still need to, like, buy groceries and gas and stuff. I can't just not spend money. And so, but yeah, it really is just the interest rates, because of course credit cards are not meant to hold long-term balances like this. You're meant to pay them off every month, and so the longer you continue not paying it off in full, the worse it gets.
Gotcha. Okay, well, Lindsay, we're definitely heading in the right direction so far. And yeah, I'm sure you know that there are millions of good people in the same situation right now with everything going with the economy. So you're definitely not alone, okay?
Right.
So also, to give you some peace of mind, our company RiseUp operates at the highest ethical standards in helping people reduce their debts, okay? And our compliance department requires us to make sure that we can get you accurate numbers. So what I'm going to do is a soft pull on your credit, which will not affect you in any way, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So, hang on just 1 second here. I see that someone already pulled your credit. Why didn't that show before? Hang on just 1 second, okay? That is odd. No, I'm gonna need to do it again. So anyway, that's fine. So I'm gonna verify this with you, Lindsay. And remember, we have highest ethical standards. Okay, you're in a secure line.
Mm-hmm.
So your date of birth is November the 3rd of 56.
Correct.
That's correct. Perfect. And your social is, here it goes, okay? 4575.
Correct.
Excellent. Thank you, Lindsay. And your email address is lindsay@univgroup.com.
Correct.
It's as UNIV and then group.
LV group.
Hang on. Okay. UNLV group. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I thought that was an I, but no. Yes. Got it. All right, I'm gonna do another shuffle then, because like I said in the beginning, it says that you don't qualify for causes or whatever. That's odd because you are good to go right now. So it's gonna take a minute for the shuffle to do. Okay, give me 1 second.
Well, wait,
for my system to think.
Are you able to detail, like, roughly? Obviously, you can't give me like hard numbers, but like what the process is, because I was dealing with someone else called debt freedom attorneys, and it turns out their solution is you just stop paying your accounts entirely, and then when the credit card companies come after you, like, yo, you owe us money, you just refer the credit card companies to the attorney group, and they settle it or do whatever they do. You just pay them monthly. I'm like, what? Because they make it sound like they have solutions, but they're just like, no, just don't pay it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no. like I said, I'll explain all the details and walk you through them while we go through them. But Lindsay, right here, it seems that you don't have any enrolled debt. That's what it showed before. Oh no, hang on, it's still loading. That's what it's doing. Just give it a second, okay? Mm-hmm. It's taken more than it should, but no. We have different programs, Lindsay, and I am not sure right now. As for right now, I don't know which one are you going to be able to apply for. So that's what it's a whole process. It's a thorough, step-by-step process. It's in a customized just for you. So I know that you may have a certain notion of how it works, but it's very different.
Yeah.
From
Well, I'm saying that's a different group. That was their method, but I assume that's not how you do it. In part because you're not attorneys. But I mean, like that was just. But there's so many different debt relief groups out there, so I'm sure they each have their own little way they do it.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's still loading, Lindsay. So let's just not skip ahead, okay? Step by step. All right, give it a 1 second. It usually doesn't take this long. I don't know what's going on. That is very odd, Lindsay. What is going on here? You still there?
Yeah.
Sorry about the delay. It usually doesn't take this long.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
Hiking, swimming. You?
Same. I'm.
I just had a deja vu.
I'm not swimming because I don't know how to swim, but like hiking. Of course, in Long Beach, there's not. It's a big city, but like going to Yosemite or up in Central California would be great, or of course somewhere else in the country if you can. But I probably shouldn't, be taking hiking vacations. I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's good for the cardio,
Yeah.
All right, Lindsay, I'm going to have to call you back because I was a bit busy when your call got into my phone. So I'm going to give you a call back, okay, while this is loading. So as soon as it's there, I'm going to call you back, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Shockingly, Fernanda never called me back. I did receive a call from RiseUp while doing the editing for this video, but I just let it go to voicemail and they did not leave a voicemail. Only thing left to do is add them to the list.